Hello friends. Now in the previous presentations we have discussed about the different types of pollutions like water pollution, air pollution, soil pollution and their characteristics, control measures and their effects. Now we are going to discuss about the plastic pollution. Now first of all we must know what exactly the plastic is. In day-to-day life we are going to use these plastics for different purposes, but what exactly the plastic is, that should be known to everyone. Then and then only we can understand or identify the different characteristics of this plastic, and then only we can go for the treatment or to control this plastic pollution. So plastic is a polymeric material that can be easily shaped and molded. So polymers are the compounds, means the combination of the more than one monomers is called as polymers. So poly means more than one. Now here in this case monomers, that is single components or single substances are there. If more than one components or more than one monomers are combined together, then it is called as polymer. So plastic is one of the polymeric material. It means in that plastic or in that substances more than one monomers are consist of. Plastic containers hydrocarbons and other elements such as oxygen, nitrogen, carbon, hydrogen, sulfur and chlorine. So these are the different contents or the constituents of this plastic is. So we can understand from these elements, from these components, there are variety of adverse effects that may be occurred on the environment. It is derived from the polymers present in the natural materials like plant, minerals, oil, coal and natural gas. Polymers are a large group of monomers linked together by a chemical process called as polymerizations. So the combination of these monomers and conversion of these monomers into polymers, that process is called as polymerizations. So there are different types of polymerizations or different techniques of polymerizations are there. We are not going to discuss all in detail, but we are going to focus only on the plastic, their characteristics and the how to control this pollution. Then synthetic and natural are the two types of polymers that used to make this plastic. Natural polymers are derived from the silk, wool and cellulose present in the plants. So natural polymers or these natural plastic materials can be made with the help of these plant components. And synthetic polymers are derived from the petrol, coal, oil and natural gas. Means the synthetic polymers or these artificial polymers are prepared from the petroleum products like petrol, coal, oil and natural gas. So that is the basic difference between these natural polymers and synthetic polymers. So there are two types of plastic, that is thermoplastic and thermoset. So depending on the processing of polymers, plastic is divided in these two types, that is thermoplastic and thermosets. What is meant by thermoplastic? So thermo, we are knowing thermo means heat. So heat related components, that is plastic, that is thermoplastic or thermosets. So what is the condition? The thermoplastic plastics are which can be heated and remolded multiple times. So these plastic materials can be remolded multiple times with the help of heat. So if you provide the heat, we can remold it and we can use this plastic again and again. Say for example, PET bottles or PET material. So that PET means polyethylene terephthalate. PVC material, that is polyvinyl chloride. HDPE, that is high density polyethylene. LDPE, that is low density polyethylene, PS, that is polystyrene, PP, polypropylene. So whatever the material we are observing or we are using in the daily life, like chairs, tables, bags, etc., mainly they are comprising of this PP or HDP. And when we are using these pipes for different purposes, these pipes are mainly comprises of this PVC material. And the bottles what we are using in daily life are normally of PET bottles. So there are variety of chemicals which are used in the daily life, that may be a thermoplastics, means which can be remolded multiple times with the help of it, and that is why these are the recyclable plastic materials. Then there is another type of plastic that is called as thermosets. This can be solidified only to a permanent shape. So it can't be remolded multiple times with the help of it like thermoplastics. So it is a permanent shape. So the solidification is a permanent process for these types of plastic. That is why it is called as thermosets. So it is permanently set for that particular shape. Examples are polyurethane, epoxies, unsaturated polyesters, phenol formaldehyde, etc. So if you are going to use the plastic material for longer time, then you can go for the thermosets plastics. Then the properties of plastics are easy to mold or shape depending on the type of plastic, then transparent and are available in different colors. Plastics are solid, maybe amorphous, crystalline or semi-crystalline solids, good durability, then has low density. It means it is a lightweight material as compared to the metal. That is why in many cases these plastics are substituted or incorporated instead of the metal parts. Then good electrical insulators, for the electrical insulation purpose also the plastics are used. Then low thermal and electrical conductivity. So thermal conductivity as well as the electrical conductivity is lower as compared to the metal again, because these plastic materials and plastic uses can be compared with the metal only. So nowadays these metal parts are replaced by the plastic parts. There are some advantages by replacement and there are some disadvantages. The main advantages of this plastic material replacement instead of metals are the lightweight vehicles, lightweight parts or lightweight equipments. So if the weight of that vehicle is reduced due to this plastic material utilization instead of metal, then obviously the fuel efficiency is more for that vehicle. Then resistance to corrosion and chemicals. So metals are going to corrode after a certain time because oxidation process, the presence of oxygen in the air, the presence of moisture, the presence of sunlight, and all these parameters are helpful for the corrosion process, and that is why the corrosion is a natural process in the metal part. But plastic materials are not corroded. Then low production cost. The cost of this plastic material is very less as compared to the materials like steels. That may be a mild steel, that may be a stainless steel, etc. And these plastics are waterproof. So these property always motivated to the factories, to the companies, to the industries to use this plastic instead of metal wherever possible, and that is why the utilization or uses of this plastic is going to increase day by day in our routine life. Then what are the causes of this plastic pollution? So over uses of plastic bags for shopping, that is one of the main cause. We are using these plastic bags, we are normally called it as carry bags, which are having the less micron thickness of this polythene, the material which is used for these bags to carry some material. Then disposal of plastic products on landfills and soils. So disposal of these plastic products on landfill, that is second cause of this plastic pollution. And third one is burning of these plastic products. So we have already discussed about the different components which is constituted in these plastic products, which are harmful and toxic components. If they are going to burn, then the toxic gases can be generated due to this plastic combustion process. More use of plastic toys. So nowadays, whatever the toys we are observing in the market, which are having the less cost or the cheaper toys, that plastics are normally constituents of the toxic or the poisonous plastics material. Then uses of disposal plastic cups, bottles, knives, fork, spoon, containers, etc. So we were using all these materials, but now the government of Maharashtra ban these types of material which is used on a daily basis. Then failure of recycling and reusing plastic products. So if the plastic is not recyclable or not reusable, then the material, the quantity, the waste due to this plastic product is generated more and more. So which can create the burden on the solid waste management site as well as to clean all these types of products which may found in the lands or on the landfills. So these are some of the causes for the plastic pollution. The impacts of this plastic on the environments are degradation of land. So due to these plastics or due to the reaction of this plastic into the soil, degradation of land, degradation of soil, or chances of soil pollution is there. Then pollution of groundwater. If these plastic products are mixed with the water bodies, then there are chances of water pollution. Then ecosystem imbalancing. Then air pollution. If these plastic products are going to burn, if these plastic products are going to react with some other material or due to the heat or sunlight, these plastic products can convert into other molecules which can act as a air pollutant. Then threats to the animal health, because normally when animals are eating some of the grass or some of the plants on the land, so nowadays if you observe that most of the plastic materials are lying on the landfills or on the land. So these plastic materials are mixed with the food, mixed with the grass, etc. And this plastic material can be eaten by the animals. So that can be a threat to the animal health. Affects marine life. So when these plastic materials are mixed with the water bodies, mixed with the river, mixed with the lakes, mixed with the ocean, then the adverse effect may be there on the aquatic life. Health effects on the human. So these plastic materials are mainly the carcinogenic substances, that is cancer causing substances. So cancer may be the disease due to this plastic material or the plastic components. So these are the different adverse impacts on the environment due to this plastic. Now, how to control this plastic pollution now? An alternate to plastic utensil should be used. So there are different substances or different materials which can be used as an alternative substance to the plastics. There are again some disadvantages of this replacement. So the cost of the material, cost of the metal may be more as compared to the plastic. But if you want to control this plastic pollution, then the consumption or the uses of this plastic should be reduced. Avoid using disposable plastic water bottles and use reusable water bottles. So we have to replace this disposable plastic water bottles by the reusable water bottles. So reusable water bottles normally consist of the metals, that is mild steel, stainless steel or copper. Then environmental awareness and education on conservation of environment should be given to the people. So this is again one of the parameter. It is applicable to all types of pollution, that awareness or the public awareness is the main key related to this controlling of all types of pollution. Uses of natural packaging materials like lead, then bamboo utensils, etc. should be encouraged in hotels and restaurants. So in the hotel and restaurants, whatever the material which is used for the packing purpose, that should be replaced by the biodegradable materials. All these stores and shops must avoid providing the plastic carry bags to their customers and should supply cloth bags and reusable carry bags to the materials. So all these carry bags or polythene bags should be replaced by the cloth bags, jute bags or reusable, or it is also called as eco-friendly material bags. Garbage should be properly disposed. Improper disposal and dumping of plastic wastes on roads and water resources should be avoided. Reduce the use of unwanted plastic products in the house, office, etc. Then recycling of plastic products should be strictly followed. So the examples what we have discussed, that like PET, HDP, LDP, etc. All these are the thermoplastic. It means that can be molded again and that can be used again with the help of heat. So these plastics which is recyclable one or reusable one, these plastics items are used in our daily life instead of non-recyclable or non-reusable plastics. So these are some of the controlling measures to control the plastic pollution. Thank you.